This year, Santa's bringing the power of Energizer into his workshop.
Whoa, the Energizer Bunny's got so much power.
Wait, he's powered up all the toys. I think that means we're done for the year.
I love this bunny.
He's the hardest working helper the North Pole has ever seen. And he wants all your gifts to have the power of the #1 longest lasting AA battery. So this holiday season, stock up on Santa's and the elves' favorite battery, Energizer Ultimate Lithium.
Good afternoon, good morning, good afternoon, evening, dear listener. From Ramsgate FC, we are here for the award nominated, but we didn't win, the Swines Dockers Debate podcast. Rob, after giving it all the math, couldn't be bothered to come. So I'm with Brian.
Hello, dear listener.
There is a cloud on that very silver lining. Not sure where it is. I'm only joking.
I like to feel that the sun is going to come shining through any moment now. The clouds will break and the sun will shine through, and here we are.
I like it here.
Inside virtually. I like it. Had a very good journey down, myself and your host for the day.
You were the grommet to my Wallace.
Yes, I certainly was the side.
We had a grand day out.
And
we nearly didn't get it in time. That was a close shave.
It was a close shave as I accidentally done a few wrong twists and turns.
Yep.
The kind of twists and turns that I hope that we don't go wrong with today.
Yep. Well, we've had one already, one slip up, haven't we, Malcolm?
So you say, and I've a feeling that you're going to explain to the confused listener at this point what happened. What did happen? What was that confusion?
So you went into the committee room.
Yes.
They said, welcome. You said, hi, Malcolm.
I think that was a perfectly reasonable response in the circumstances, considering that the two words are quite close in their
The thing is,
sound.
the listeners think we're making this up.
But I'm afraid not. I think where I'm concerned, and I'm well known for my Coleman balls. For those that don't know what Coleman balls are, then Google it or ChatGPT it. It means making really bad mistakes in what you say.
Absolutely. But we're here for today's
I'm
game.
known for them, aren't I? We've got James Milton.
James Milton saying there was 173 people in the game and there was 150.
Yeah, that was just the beginning of my whole stream of
continuity
errors.
Calling leopard shepherd.
Well,
and then explaining why.
Whether there was a typing error, I think, live over in front of our massive attendance on that evening. It was at least 150, wasn't it? And they all heard every single word I said. So I'm well known for that. So, dear listener, if Michael is really going to include me on this podcast, then we could be in for a very interesting...
There'll be a lot of editing.
editing journey.
Anyway, we're here. Today's game, we have Ramsgate in their red and white. The 15 out of 16 winning Ramsgate and drawing 1. You didn't know that, did you?
Well, I did know that, but I don't know whether our listeners had cottoned on to that. And how many goals did your research unearth?
105 they've scored in 16. Might be an exaggeration.
So we better keep an eye on the game immediately because
absolutely.
I think there are some other people here today that we know.
Well, we will see how we get on.
Who's this?
It's Chris. Hello, Chris. Oh, we've got
elbows.
Not a good journey down.
Superb, yeah. Better than Margate last week, and the weather's damn sight better. But nice plastic pitch, and I would say it's an upgrade on Margate. The other team in the island, as they call them.
It's very busy here today, isn't it?
It is. Well, they average over 1,000 for attendances. They average 800, don't they?
Yeah.
They've got a striker who's played 200 appearances, scored 148 goals.
Lee Martin, who's played for Millwall, signed from Ashford.
Yes, Ashford. That's where he's at. I knew I recognised him.
Yeah, he looks younger than me, doesn't he? He might be. I'm old.
He will be, yeah.
Excuse me. But yeah, so Erith, this is going to be a big uphill battle today, I have to say. Joe Taylor presented with Joe Taylor for Ramsgate presented with his 200 appearances presentation. He's scored a lot of goals as well, so chances are
148. That ain't a bad ratio, is it?
He's only played 12 games. But yeah. So as always, dear listener, we will always check in if anything happens. Up the Dockers. Chance there for Harry Taylor there as the ball's played through. He's through on goal, but to be fair, the keeper reads it really, really well and comes out to make the block. What do you think of that, Chris? Should have scored?
It was a nice move. I think maybe AJ held on to it an extra yard too long, and when he slipped Harry Taylor in, there was no distance between him and the keeper. But still, it's a one-on-one, and it goes down, and he gets a shot on target, and the keeper blocks it as he should.
Yeah.
But it's a nice move from Erith.
Brian is standing next to the no standing in this area sign. Corner comes in from the left hand
Yes,
side.
there we go.
Yes! Get in.
1-0 to Erith. Come on!
And there's a sense of shock around
The
the ground,
goalkeeper
in my
is
opinion.
furious. He thinks there's some kind of foul there. Not sure why. But yes, corner in from the right-hand
The
side.
home fans look shocked.
The home fans are shot. The goalkeeper is obviously said something the referee doesn't like, and he's also been booked as well. What a great header.
And another
Was that
goal.
AJ Dive? Who
No,
scored
that was,
No, I think
George
it was
Goodwin.
AJ Dive.
George
Is he
Goodwin.
celebrating?
That's George Goodwin.
Well, we'll hear it in a minute.
Oh.
Hang on. George. You're right. I'll let you have that one.
And that's another header for George Goodwin. That's making a bit of a name for himself.
Well, I'm surprised that AJ's cheering as much as he is. He probably had him in a sweep.
Yeah, who knows?
But yeah, so 1-0 to the away side. Maybe this might turn into Scotland versus Brazil in the 70s, where we've only angered the beast, or it might go the right way, and we end up going to 3 points. But we're only 11 minutes in, so we can't moan too much, or even get too carried away. 1-0 Erith Town. Chance there for the home side, across from the left-hand side. It's met in the air in front of the away stand, and it goes just over the bar. Brian got a little bit excited. Are you right there, Brian?
I'm fine. I was excited.
Hang on one sec. No, it's all right, Malcolm. You can stand now. No, it's all right, Malcolm. He's fine.
Dear listener, if this was TV, you would see Michael waving at no one.
Well,
pretending that
there was about 30 people who just turned round, so Malcolm obviously exists here somewhere.
yeah, you're only saving grace here. There were no cameras just to witness whether what you're saying is true or not.
Listen, do you think I'll get embarrassed by
you know what?
tomfoolery? I've been doing this for the last year.
There's probably a Malcolm here, so I'm looking forward to meeting the real Malcolm. With the
Lovely
real
ball
Malcolm.
played over the top towards Harry Taylor, who's going to challenge the keeper. He challenges him well.
What's he booking him for? Oh, come on, Ref!
That's a pro, and the referee and the goalkeeper actually tries to headbutt Harry Taylor, and I wonder if the ref notices that.
Probably not, but I imagine he's going to give a yellow card to our player for going up to challenge the keeper. Why aren't you allowed to challenge the keeper? Dear listener, please tell us. Please email info@erithtown.com if you think a forward is allowed to challenge a keeper. Clearly not.
I think they are, but
Oh, there you go, yellow card.
we'll see what the listeners think about that.
From an EDI point of view, Brian.
From an EDI point of view, I want to see inclusion of any reasonable challenge.
Yes.
And I feel from an EDI perspective that was both equality, it was a diverse challenge, and I think it was inclusive. So I think it gets a thumbs up
Absolutely.
from me.
Right. It remains 1-0. Taz, you'd be surprised to know Taz has gone in the book. But to be fair, I didn't actually see what that was for. There doesn't.
Hardly anything. It was a challenge, it was a foul, but did it need the yellow card? Probably not. But hey-ho.
Very diplomatic. Yeah, well, it is exactly, and they're league leaders as well. I'm not saying that sort of influences referees, but you know it does. You do tend to see a lot of.
Mike.
You do tend to see a lot of yellow cards and cards in decisions. But it's like, playing devil's advocate, it was like Alex Ferguson used to say, wasn't it? When he used to go like, we get loads of penalties at Old Trafford, and he was like, yeah, because we're always in their penalty box. Yeah. So you know that kind of thing. So if you are a better team and get a lot off the ball and teams are trying to slow you down, you might see more fouls. There you go, ref, I've helped you out there. Ramsgate with the ball playing out wide to their number 5, who's bursting down the left-hand side now. Erith Town doing well. I mean, look how deep Harry Taylor is to help defend. He's done well to make a little triumphant, if you will, of him, Dyer and Tomash. Dyer on the ball now, left foot. Plays it out to Tomash, who slides, manages to keep it in, plays it to Hayden Bullis. Bullis now to Dyer. Dyer, unfortunately, loses it, drops to Taz. Taz to Tomash. Long ball across the field to AJ Dive. What a great ball. AJ Dive with the ball now. Defender's on him. AJ Dive with the ball now. The defender goes to win the ball. Nova, and it's a yellow throw. Yellow throw. Ref! The ball's gone out by...
Got there in the end. Got there in the end.
Surely they've got spectators down on the coast.
Yeah, that was a ludicrous comment from a fan there. AJ Dive, superb work there. Defender's deep in his pocket. Back to take the throw now on what is their left-hand side. Or Hayden Bullets is desperate for that ball short, but we're going to see a nice long throw now by AJ Dive. Launches it up the field towards Callum McGinn. It's headed clear by the Ramsgate player. AJ Diver and the cross towards the far post towards Callum. Drops to Dyer. Dyer plays. Goes play to Goodwin, but it gets intercepted by Ramsgate. Exciting couple of minutes there.
Very exciting.
Wasn't it?
On the edge of my seat.
I'll tell you what, if
on a seat, I'd be on the edge of it.
If you get excited by throw-ons, dear listener, this is the game to be at. 1-0. There's your equaliser. Cross comes in from the right-hand side. Drops to the edge of the area. Shot. Hits the bar. Bounces down. Bounces back in and back there. Great move, wasn't it?
It's a good move. He got in down the side, and to be honest with you, he pulled it back well, and they were queuing up. And they found the finish in the back of the net. So good finish, and 1-1. We've got it all to do again.
If you're a Ramsgate fan, you would say that normal service has been resumed, but I don't think that Erith are out this game in the slightest, or it was a lucky goal from us.
No, we've competed well so far, and obviously they get they're one of the bigger teams in the Ishmael. They get big support, and as you can hear, probably there's a lot of fans here today. So it's an uphill task if we don't keep them quiet. So it'd be really nice if we can find the second goal.
Absolutely. 1-1, equalised by the home side, and they have been pressuring us a bit, but definitely still in this game Erith Town. Do you know what? When the going gets tough, the tough get going, don't they?
They do when the going gets...
No, I didn't say sing, Brian. We'll get in trouble for copyright.
Oh, will we?
Don't worry, we ain't going to sing anymore. Come back. Come back.
Karaoke, isn't it?
No, we're not singing anymore. Don't worry.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not singing anymore, is that what you're saying?
I'll tell you what, we was just saying the home fans are quite the rowdy bunch.
They are certainly getting behind their side, aren't they? I feel they're almost like an extra player out there, thanks to the home support.
The cliches normally come from Chris, Brian, but you've chucked
Well, I
one
thought
in
I'd get in. I thought I'd get in there first, really.
Yeah.
I saw Chris stepping forward to the microphone, as it were, to make that point.
Our
perhaps.
modest set, as we were called by the FCA's, modest production values, the Swines.
Oh, right.
So not only
That's how the estate agent referred to my flat as being modest, and I've never lived that down. That's a true story.
It was the sofa bed, wasn't it, Brian? It was still out.
But what is it that Ian Duncan Smith said, not to get all political? Be careful of a quiet man or something?
Well,
I know you're into politics, Michael.
How dare you? I try to stay politically neutral.
So do we all.
Pod.
On this pod, yes.
Who'd you vote for, Chris, in the election? No, I'm only joking.
No comments. None of the above, is it?
None of the above. They're all swines. Ramsgate, the way you were just saying, Chris, you're very impressed with Ramsgate.
Yeah, I think it's a good setup here. I think I haven't seen them. This first time I've seen them live. They move the ball around quickly. They've got a bit of tempo what they're doing. They look dangerous, and I think
I've noticed a few times. Sorry to cut you off there. I was saying it was like when you're at the walking football. They don't play triangles. They play rhombuses.
yeah, I suppose you could say that, but I think they look a very good attacking team. That's all I'm going to say. I think we'll do very well to keep this to 1 today.
So
it's good for Erith to get anything out of this. For me, I know we defend really well. We're going to have to score a few goals a day, I think.
More importantly, dear listener, when you're in school and you think, when will I need this information? Like what? I mean, tell me something, Brian, in life that is the shape of a rhombus.
I'm trying to remember what shape a rhombus is. Is that like a wonky rectangle?
It's kind of like a roof, isn't it?
I thought it was like the wonky rectangle.
Hang on, let me Google it. Well, keep talking, Brian.
I could be wrong.
Right, let's have a guess. What thing in life would be a rhombus?
Some
And
architectural
dear listener,
triumph.
if you know what shape a rhombus is, please email us.
Right, okay, I've got it now. That's what it looks like.
It's like a diamond.
It
or a
is.
wonky. Look at it, that image.
Right,
there.
do you know what?
A wonky rectangle.
I actually like the way they play in rhombuses. Maybe they'll play like a trapezium. There's another one.
Oh, that is one, isn't it? Oh, good grief. I'm looking forward to them playing like a pentagon.
Yeah. Well, no, everyone knows what pentagon is.
What about an octagon?
Octagon, everyone knows what that is. Come on. Be creative, Brian, with your weird shapes.
I'm trying to be creative. Is a circle a shape, dear listener?
Is it one line or many? Good ball over the top. Don't worry about circles because that was very direct and a line. I was very unfortunate there. Good ball played over the top. But it's been brought down by JJ. Nestled well with his head, plays it back to the goalkeeper for Erith Town. Shows how much the game is when we're talking about shapes. The goalkeeper's trying to be the old sweeper keeper there, a bit like Noah.
Yeah, I thought we was playing ourselves into trouble, but we've got out of it well because we're into midfield now, and Hayden Bullis has got the ball as he drives forward, and nice bit of footwork, and he's
Oh,
found the
lovely ball.
AJ's in
Front to
here.
AJ,
Oh,
dive.
he's in.
Oh.
No, never.
The lino flags for offside. We've heard some swearing. We must remind you it's a family show. I thought that was tight.
Yeah, I mean, we're at the wrong angle, I suppose you could say. But
So why was you
it
appealing,
looked-
Chris?
Because it looked onside to me. I thought he ran from deep, and I thought by the time the lino moved his head, he was looking at him offside. I think he got it wrong.
Yeah. AJ was deep and somewhere where he's never been before.
Hey, Brian.
Ain't that right, Brian?
I've never seen him there before.
1-0. Yeah, we're just saying this is a really, really good half of football. I think for me the major difference between the two sides, to be fair to Ramsgate, is I say be fair, I'm saying it's a compliment. You know, they look to bring it down, they look to play it. I think with their attack, this could even bite me on the backside again, I think they're a little bit one-dimensional. They look to play down the wings and then rather than actually playing it down the middle, and they try their main attack seems to be more down the right-hand side because that seems to be it. But you can't knock it. For me, I don't know what Woody's tactics are, and you know we're 7th in the league, so you can't really dispute anything they're doing is wrong. But for me, I think Erith, that anything out from the back line is a long ball, and they're asking a lot of work for the forwards. They were doing well to bring it down and play it around, but you're asking a lot of them.
Yeah, I suppose so. I mean, but like, what I will say is like AJ and Tom, and we're making runs in behind. The balls aren't just mindless, you know, they're to a player running onto it, and it's worked well, to be honest with you, because I think we've had the more dangerous attacks in this first half. Bit of a push there, I thought, but there you go. Yeah, I think we've had the more dangerous attacks, and we've hit the post. Obviously, they flagged it as offside, and that set pieces have been good. So I think Woody and the management team would be more than happy, and I think if we give a good account of this.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
against the leaders who technically, they may knock the ball around a bit more. Have they caused us loads of trouble? There's been a few moments,
Yeah.
I would say.
Well,
I'm well happy with watching this so far. Very similar to Margate last week, you know.
We were saying on the pod the other day, me and Rob, we think these look like on paper champions elect, and they're playing like it. They're a really, really good side.
They're a good team. But this game is well in Erith's grasp. They're competing nicely, and when they get the ball into Hayden and that, there's always runners on, and Harry's putting himself about. And if they win that ball, the second and thirds would look really dangerous.
But again, you look at the difference here. Erith are now trying to press, and they've just played triangles around us and got the ball out. The Sixers, just the defence, has just run about. There, you've just heard it there. The defender has just run
25 yards.
I was going to say the defender's just run 30 yards with the ball and just had a shot from 25 yards out. Our first fault is get rid of it. Their first fault is, even when they're under pressure, play the game.
I think their confidence is playing quite a big part in this game as well. So when we scored our goal, you could see our confidence rise and enthusiasm coming to our players. And when they got their goal, their confidence came back in, and that's just been, they've been on a trajectory of improving confidence.
I don't want anyone to think I'm being on a negative, because I'm not at all. I think Erith are playing really well, and this is a really entertaining first half. We're 40 minutes in now, and it's flown by, as we've said. But
I think you have to play to your strengths, though. I mean, if Erith go toe-to-toe...
Oh, no.
He's
Ball's coming from the left-hand side.
And there's the second.
And again, as we said, a cross down the line, crossing. I think that's that Joe Taylor, isn't it? He's got his goal. JJ lunges for the ball, back of the net, 2-1 to the home side. This bog standard average team that you think Chris has just scored an absolute blinder.
I never said they're a bog standard, they're a good team. I'm just
Malcolm.
Where's Malcolm when you need him?
I'm just saying that I'm not into this whole we have to play like them or anything, and I'm not just going to follow suit. We've got to play to our strengths and that, and fair play to them. They've totally just scored a really good goal.
Cross comes in from the left-hand side, finds the feet of Joe Taylor again, back to goal. Does an Avery backheel.
What happened?
Into the bottom corner, one of his back heels. One of mine, yeah.
Out your book, did he?
Yeah.
Must have come along to your training sessions and spied on you.
You know what I mean?
So you are the reason why they're winning. They've been spying on you, Michael, and they've taken your wisdom and they put it out.
Well, I can't speak. 3-1, good finish, back in the bottom corner. As soon as he backheeled it, I had this thing. What's he doing? Oh, it's got him.
Oh, don't. Taking the piss a bit there, but there you go. That was a good goal.
The Mick Chris family show. Long ball up to family show, 3-1. Oh, Taz, who's already on the yellow card's been shown a yellow.
He is,
and he's been red carded.
Rubbish, ref.
He's been red carded. Can't believe it. So not only 3-1 down, 3-1 down to 10 men.
Yeah, it's going to be a hard second half.
Yeah. It's not going well. Not going well at all. I didn't see the challenge, and I didn't see much of it. I mean, I saw the player down. I'll keep you both anonymous, but what happened? I generally didn't see it.
Well, the number 9's fell over Tazzy's foot and rolled around like someone's killed him. That's about it. It was nothing. It was a nothing challenge.
Yeah.
It's a nothing challenge. He's put his foot out to win the ball, and the centre forward's gone over the top of it. That's it. Rolled around, made a meal of it.
3-1 down to 10 men. That Everest we're climbing, it's just started snowing. That's a good one, that, wasn't it? 3-1. We're back for the second half. I'll tell you what, that's the thing with non-league football. So many people walk around the entire stand behind Erith Town's goal now. It's absolutely packed with people. I had the 15 minutes half time to reflect, Brian. I just think Ramsgate are a cut above.
Yeah, I tend to agree. We've talked about that. I think we've met our nemesis today.
Yeah.
But who knows? Football's a funny old game, as I think has been said before. So you never know. There's 45 minutes, maybe 43 now, in which who knows what will happen.
Who knows indeed. But again, I think, Erith down to 10 men now. This is going to be a bit of a climb, as we say. We've used a couple of analogies here and there, but do you know what? It's one of those, when you go, like you're hearing in games where we don't know yet, we're only a couple of minutes into the second half, but you hear a lot of people go, oh, the game changed at the red card. The only way this will change on the red card is if we attack more and get another couple of goals, because the way it's going at the moment, it's going to be a Ramsgate win, no disrespect to Erith Town.
That's the way it's looking at the moment. We've kind of got nothing to lose in that sense. We might as well try a few things. I think the danger is that this is just the beginning of a very hefty scoreline.
Yeah. Which would be unfair now. Through on goal, Ramsgate through. Oh! I mean, did he save that? Did that hit the post and bands? Did he save it? I can't see him in this angle, but there was a shot there and the ball's ended up in the goalkeeper's hands. Another chance for Ramsgate there, slipped through.
That's right. So we started off kind of as we finished the previous half with them having plenty of possession, them having the chances. But we shall see, Michael.
No problem. Thanks, Brian, for your contribution.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Brian. As usual, great
You're
input.
welcome.
Free kick given to Ramsgate on the edge of the box. The 11s stand over the ball with a 20 as well. Couple of three step overs, little flick towards goal, over the bar. One of those training ground routines that look really good if it comes off, but it didn't, so it looks a bit stupid. I mean, the second half's a few minutes old now. They've been pretty much camped in our half.
Yeah, you'd probably expect that. I mean, it's 11 v 10, top of the table. They've got the cell win between their cells.
The sail between their wins,
sail between their wins, that's the one, yeah. So I think we're going to look to try and minimise minimise damage. And if we can somehow from a set piece, or if somehow some miracle we can get that next goal, you never know. Yeah. But I think the key thing here is very much limit the damage, try and defend well, try and get men behind the ball, try and stop them from playing, and then we go from there. Yeah,
there's a clattering tackle on Ross Grant there by the 7 for Ramsgate. Quite a late lunge as well, to be honest with you.
Less I say about the officials today, and the decisions have gone our way, probably the better.
Do you think the risk's been that bad?
Well, we're 1-0 up and the keeper should have been sent off for a headbutt. Doesn't that change the game? Would we be 2-1 down and down to 10 men?
3-1 down.
3-1 down and down to 10 men if the decision was right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably not.
Long ball played up, it's Harry Taylor.
So, yeah, I'm going to be a little bit critical of what's gone against this, and I'm not saying he's got... Well, yeah, he has got things wrong in my eyes, so that is what it is, but it's opinions, isn't it?
Don't hold back, Chris, how you really feel. 3-1. 74 minutes to go, I'll tell you what.
To go?
Do you know what this reminds me of?
What does it remind you of?
300. You know the film where Gerard Butler's in those really small pants and the cape? You're picturing that now, Brian, ain't you?
I've never heard of it, so I'd like to.
You remember 300?
I do,
yeah.
Kind of thing,
this is Sparta kicking him down the hole.
If you say so, you obviously know the film well, and that
Harry Taylor
scene,
in his Y fronts. Are you thinking about it?
Is he in the film?
Well, you'd watch it if he was, wouldn't you?
No comment.
I would talking about 300 or films, dear listener, you know. Which is your favourite?
Which Erith Town
Spartan
player would you like to see
your Y fronts?
in his Y fronts and capes?
Brian will sponsor it.
Yeah.
None, because I think Y-front, really?
It's very 80s, Brian.
Very 80s, very 50s, 1950s.
Or is it a mankini?
Man can like a Borat.
A Borat, yeah.
Anyway, back to what we were saying before you two smutty-minded
75
people.
minutes into
75
the game, and
minutes.
it's still 3-1, which
Harry's
is
still 3-1, I
credit
never
to
know.
Erith, because I think we've defended bravely. Or the Ramsgate have been not so clever in front of goal with their
Do you
finishing.
know what? We all love Erith Town here. We've drove a long way to get down here. I'll be pretty honest with you. It's poor finishing for me adding up Scunmore.
Probably, but let's hope it comes back and bites them, because you know goals can change games, decisions can change games. It happened in the first half, yeah? There's the cliches. If it stays at 3-1 here and somehow we can nick a goal, who knows what the last 5 minutes can bring.
I think, to be fair, Erith have touched the ball 3-4 times in Ramsgate's half.
It only takes one magic moment.
Takes 2 moments
2 moments. I stand corrected by the man that knows.
if we want to get out of here with something.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yes. I can only...
Wasn't it Ryan McCutcheon who said that, wasn't it? One
Perfect moment. Yeah, perfect moment.
Are we going to have a perfect moment today?
Are we, Martin? Indeed. Brian's perfect moment's thinking of pants. 3-1. We're in the
These are the biggest moments for us.
in the
probably.
nicest way, a rare attack here from Erith Town. We said we're dangerous at set pieces earlier on. Chatting earlier on with Darius, who was on the show. He said the same thing.
good
Cross
ball.
comes in right on the edge of the 6-yard box, but there's no challenge. Ball now drops to Erith Town. It's gone out for a throw. No real challenge, unfortunately, which is sad. AJ dive with the ball now.
We're
Back
going
to
to load
see
this up,
her.
aren't we? Oh no, we've gone short. I'm surprised.
Gone back to there, Tom Humphrey there. Cross comes in with left foot and it's high and over.
Come on.
Very frustrating, very frustrating. Yeah. Again, we're 81 minutes in. It's damage limitations for me. I mean, what don't help? You don't want to be.
And it does look as if we have limited the damage. To be honest, there have been no goals.
On the scoreline, yeah, but
the
they're
risk
poor
of
finishing.
True. I think it's credit to our defence and our players for getting back to defend that we.
Oh, you can't say Erith haven't given everything today. I mean, look at Harry Taylor there, wins the ball off. But again, he's where you're down to that. Where you're down to 10 men. You obviously
Got
want
to
to
try and
defend
win
with
something
the
here,
money.
and whether it's a corner, a throw, or any kind of set piece, really.
Well battled Harry Taylor there, and
He
he goes to Ramsgate, and it's frustrating because, you know, again, just chatting to Darius, who was on the preview show earlier on, we'll get him on at the end. He's made it a second half that the first half didn't promise it to be. And, you know, we say the cards change games. You know, a lot of the time you use that cliche when it comes to, like, results, because a red card goes and then you can see goals. But it's changed. Whoa, that's a late tackle. It changes the whole tempo of the game, and it is what it is. They've defended well, Erith Town. The tempo has been relentless from Ramsgate, and we can only do so much. 9 minutes to go, 7 minutes to go, plus anything added on. Up the Dockers. Final whistle sounds, and the score is Ramsgate 3, Erith Town 1. Do you know what? Fair play to Erith Town. They battled every minute of that second half just to keep them out, and you could argue, like we did, it was poor finishing, but ultimately you're down to 10 men. Last 45 minutes, no other goal. Could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, it could have been. I think it was very much damage limitations. If we could have somehow got a goal, we'd have settled for that. But, you know, yeah, decisions went against us, I think. And that first half was a really good first half. Yes, Ramsgate played really well. Second half here started really well. I still think if decisions went our way in that first half, this would have been a different outcome today. But we've gone to what? Margate last week, went toe-to-toe to them. Ramsgate was a tough day for us, but, you know, we've done ourselves proud, and there'll be easier games coming our way, and we're in a good position.
Brian?
Yeah, can't add much to what Chris has said, but yeah, mixed feelings about the rest decisions, about the second half. I don't know. I think it's one where in a few days' time I'll know what I think about this match, because there were quite a lot of incidents in a way. We got the opening goal, they came back, there was a sending off. So there's a lot to digest, I think, over the course of this game. But I think it is right to say we've come away at the league leaders, and that's the bit where I think the reflection. How does this really look in a few days' time?
Do you know what? I think a lot of the time when you talk about football, you know, people do the old compare it to a boxing game. Do you know what I think? If you was to compare this to a boxing match, make it a bit easier because we're here, have seen it all. I think it goes the distance, but Ramsgate went on points by all three judges. For me, they were the better side. Like even first half before Taz got sent off, Erith ducked and dived and dodged the punches, but they got caught by a couple, and Ramsgate were the better side.
Yeah, and ultimately we were 11 v 11 and we were 3-1 down 11 v 11, so we can't really moan about that, you know. So we've done well with 10 men. No, go on, Brian.
Come on, Brian.
Come on, Brian. Well, there's
Hang
Malcolm.
on, Malcolm's over there.
trying to jump in, but better sides don't always win. There's more to it than being a better side versus a side that's maybe...
I think that's what I was trying to say in the first half a little bit.
Yes.
You know, we play our way, they play their way. We went, you know, we're not going to go toe-to-toe with them and try knocking it around little triangles. That probably isn't our way. Technically, you know, their facilities here are superb. They've got a much bigger budget, you know.
Do you know, there's two teams this season I think have outclassed Erith Town from start to finish. Not in a negative way, but you know, when you just look at teams and think they're better, one of them's Farnham, one of them's Ramsgate. Apart from that, I think Erith Town have done really well this season so far. We're nowhere near the end of the season, not even halfway through the season. But what I'm saying is
40 points we was looking at.
What I'm saying
on
is we've gone into this game just outside the playoffs. We're in the playoffs. If you've only been outclassed by two teams so far in a division where no one gave you a chance at the start of the season, and this is a very respectable scoreline against a good side, because they are a good side, Ramsgate, for me, they'll win the league.
I agree with that. I think Ramsgate are the best team we've seen. I think everything's going for them to get promoted out of this division. I think it's a good setup. The team's good. They play well. Everything is going their way. For me, talking about Erith, we're on 30 points after 19 games. I don't know how many games it is we've played, yeah? We're on 30 points. We were looking at a magic 40 points. No one is talking about can we make the playoffs or not. All we want to do is survive in this league. Can we then go from there? Let's be honest.
Yeah,
the way it's gone so far...
30 points after 19.
Yeah, oh, bang on. There you go, see?
Yeah.
Chris the stat man, not just cliche then. But yeah, but for me, where we're going at the moment, we keep this kind of form up, whether we will or not, the next 19 games, I will... you know, we're going to give ourselves, come the end of season, 10 games to go, with a shout of, can we get in the playoffs or not?
Absolutely.
You know, so that's really impressive for me.
Disappointing day, disappointing afternoon. The mountain was there to climb at the beginning. We started climbing it well, but we just started slipping towards the end. Doesn't mean that one day we won't climb that Everest, but for now we might just have to settle with the Alpines.
And let's see if Malcolm's on top of them.
3-1 here. Darius, I've caught you through the vast people who are trying to get my autograph over there.
Oh, you're a local celebrity, mate, so it's all good. Well, up in your ends, but no, it was a interesting game. I thought effectively over as a contest after the red card. I thought second half it was unfortunately a little bit of a training match. It was just, like I said to you at half time, really, just sort of kills any kind of momentum in the game. I thought you guys acquitted yourselves very well early. I thought you looked strong from set pieces all game, and obviously it was a set piece to give you the lead, but I thought after we got our equaliser, I thought that's possibly the best spell of play we've had all season. Like I said to you at half time, I thought we were superb, and it's difficult for any team at this level to live with this one win like that. So I definitely thought no disgrace. Second half, as I said, is a bit of a non-event after the red card, but no, it was a game for a lot of it, but our quality told in the end, I thought.
Here's a question for you, without me trying to poke the bear, be controversial. Do you think your finish in the second half was the reason it stayed at 3-1, or our defending?
I think you guys were good defensively. I did think that we maybe took our foot off the gas because we've got a game coming up Tuesday away at East Grinstead on a very tricky pitch, which I'm sure we were trying to preserve a bit of energy for, but I thought you guys stuck to your task really well second half, and thought keeper played well. And you were organised all game, but I thought particularly second half you had to be to sort of like you said to me at half time, didn't you, damage limitation, and I think you guys acquitted yourselves very well to that, and
that was it. Yeah.
That was it pretty much.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Darius, for your time. I've got to catch up with the first team engineer for post-match, but good luck this season, and I'll see you down the Stanmore.
See you down at our place, yeah.
Oh, our place, should I
your
say.
place, yeah.
Yeah,
you know
our place. Good to see you again, mate. Take care.
Look after yourself.
Thank you, mate.
This podcast is part of the Sports Social Podcast Network.